Hello guys, my name of my topic of this project for artificial intelligence cybersecurity, which is given by our professor Dr. Wahid Bezuddin, is phishing website detection by machine learning models. So simple context introduction, objective approach, and data collection and feature collection model, ML models and model evaluation. Phishing is a very commonly used social engineering and cyber attacks. With these attacks, simple, you know how phishing works. The basic definition of phishing is it just creating some kind of trustworthy website, but it's not a trustworthy website. To avoid that, we will be the best knowledge is to provide to the user. Instead, we'll be using machine learning techniques. As I said, the definition of the phishing websites and everything, and simple thing. What we'll be doing is like we'll be training a machine learning algorithm basing on that. So to train a machine learning model, the basic step is to we must have a data set. To create a data set, we will be using some desired required URLs like phishing. We'll be having a mix and match of equal amounts of mixing of both the phishing URLs and the legitimate URLs, and from that we will be taking the machine learning to understand what kind of legitimate URLs would be and what kind of phishing URLs would be, and from that we'll be building the models. And for this data collection, we have used most of the time we have used an open source. We have used University of New Brunswick, which is a kind of, it has a form to get a data collected. So we have used this for legitimate URLs, and for the phishing we have used a phishing tank. We got 5,000 URLs. For the both, we have mixed and matched, and we have concatenated and created desired URLs, and we have taken it. So we have got into 14 features. And for the feature selection, to what is feature selection? Basically, it's something like what kind of features we're going to look into the data sets. So basically we have categorized into two categories, like address bar based features and domain based features. For if you go to the address bar features, like if you look into the URLs which are not legitimate, we'll go with a domain, or if those some second will be redirection by IP address, looking at whether it's HTTP or HTTPS, at the rate symbols, or URL shortening services, length of URL, depth of URL, or where have used the suffixes or prefixes. And when it comes to the domain, DNS record, age of the domain, website, and end period of the domain. Altogether, we have got 13 features, and we will add another featuring system which has as a label, which is like if it is a 0 in the label, then it is a phishing, and if it is a 1, it's legitimate. One is phishing. So if you, after getting our desired data set, we have some of the studies happen, like how it has been predicted. So, and we have done basic machine learning algorithms on logistic decision, random forest, and assume to check which of them these have performed well. From this we can see, from this the cross folding, we have got that decision has exhibited the best one. From this project I have learned a lot of insights about the cyber attacks, and a lot of awareness, like how we should be very cautious about the things, and what is our perspective towards devices and everything. And we can do go to the further steps, like creating simple GUI, like a web extension. But most of the uh, browsers like Google and Safari has been using it. If it's an untrusting website, or if it doesn't have a certification of like security and everything, they are not opening it. So let's go to the coding part. So what we have done is, like, first we have divided this whole project into two sets. One is like getting our desired data set, and other being the model building. And if we look into this, yeah, we have just directly got some valid phishing tank things of like 5,000, and we have just got it from this URL, and we have just got it, and it has been stored over here as online valid CSV, and the size of it is 14,000 subset, in which we have randomly picked 5,000 of it. And from this, and we have taken the estimate, as I've said, we have taken it from the University of New Brunswick, and we have taken like around like 5,000. We have seen this, and from, and we have started using the like address bar featuring. Like we have imported all this, and we have, for that we have created small segment of the they get the domain, IP URLs and everything, as we have discussed the featuring, all these features. And from here we have domain based featuring. We have started using domain based featuring. For this we have used most of the time the who is, which is a service which has a, which is already like simply just will tell whether the what kind of IP addresses it have, what kind of, what is the age of the IP address, what is the end time, how much time it has. To extract all these features, we have, as we have written all the segment, we will be calling, and we have this meeting over there. We have seen it like there are 5,000, as we have seen. And yeah, and converting this whole list of to the data frames we have created, and from this data frames we have converting it into the CSV. The same, this all goes for the legitimate, and the same goes for the phishing URLs. See the same process. And from this phishing we will be concatenating the both and creating a URL, which we will be getting it as a URL, yes, URL CSV, which will be using this URL CSV for the next model, our model building process. Here we have said, as I've said, and from this we can see that there's a correlation matrix which we have seen, and we have taken like, which are like how much they are correlated, and we can see this all the matrix over here. And we have created some of this uh, analysis from this, and general model building process step is like train and test split. And we have seen that here is the logistic regression, it has a accuracy of 0.75. Here is the decision which of 0.85, and here is the random forest 0.85. If it's SVM with 0.85, we have used a five-fold cross validation to check with the all how much it gonna give us. So from this we can say the decision model, and you can find everything related, everything documented, and everything has been given by GitHub link. So thank you guys, have a nice day.